Hello, kind, loving humans. There may be opportunities coming up for a cuddle party to be in person again. COVID still exists and we still want to be safe. But as we come out of hibernation, it's time to review how to prepare for a cuddle party, especially hygiene. Many of us, it's become kind of a joke that during COVID, working from home, not even going out, people skipping showers for days, that's fine at home. But for an in-person cuddle party, it's time to make sure full showers are had as soon as possible before a cuddle party. If you've gone to the gym, if you've showered, then gone to the gym in the morning, definitely have a shower before the cuddle party. As close to the cuddle party as possible. So not shower, then gardening, getting dirty, getting sweaty, stinky, and then coming to the cuddle party. As clean and fresh as possible, coming to the cuddle party with fresh clothing. Again, not ones that have been while mowing the lawn. Even if you don't think you sweat, it's kicking up a lot of extra pollen. And even if cuddle parties are happening outside, we still want to keep contaminants to a minimum. Some people like to bring extra clothing that they change into. For example, they will wear a t-shirt and jeans to the cuddle party, but they want softer clothing. So they will change into, say, sweatpants and a different t-shirt that's even softer fabric so that they can be more comfortable and more people might want to cuddle with them when they're wearing soft fabric. Even with fresh showering, making sure to load up on deodorant. If you normally do a quick swipe, this would be a time to really hang out and swipe. Many people cannot smell their own scent, and they might be in families where they're either not telling them they smell or they kind of have the same genes, so they're not picking up on it. And people have different levels of being able to smell other people. So just because you have a nose that's not very sensitive, still let us spare those who can smell body odor from far away. Taking a cue from the dance world, dancers often love to carry mints in their pockets, but that's not their only line of defense. Certainly, flossing and brushing teeth before coming to a cuddle party makes sense, along with mouthwash. It's pretty easy to carry mouthwash in the car, and you can do that right before going in. You could even keep it with you and do it throughout the cuddle party. Let's say you get dry mouth or something. Speaking of which, having a bottle of water with a cap is great because as long as it's covered, it can come into the cuddle space, but uncovered drinks would have to stay near picnic tables or other tables so that we do not spill them in the cuddle area because no one likes to cuddle in a puddle. Keeping away from fragrant foods like garlic and onion. Now, it can vary for each person how they digest. I would say at least 24 hours, maybe even 48 hours, staying away from that, because even if it's digested somewhat, sometimes burps can bring it up. For a lot of people, it comes through the pores. So keeping that out of the system as much as possible will make people want to be more likely to want to cuddle with you. So keeping any strong flavors out of the system, maybe eating like is suggested in certain practices, kind of more bland food, things that won't be giving you gas, because although everyone has their own preferences and cultural values on that, it's best to keep gaseous emissions to the bathroom and not amongst the cuddle group and your cuddle partner. Something to be aware of in cuddle parties that I may facilitate, my boundaries on dress code cover more skin than the minimum required by the main cuddle party. So if you've been to other cuddle parties, you may have been able to wear other things, but in mine, I have people wearing t-shirts that go to approximately the elbow like this, long pants, and socks. So even if shoes come off, socks stay on, fresh, clean socks. Since foot fungus is a thing, this way, if the socks are covering the feet, it can be more comfortable to let someone, let's say, put their foot on your leg, which is also covered by long pants. And this way, we're not spreading skin to skin contact from moist areas that are more likely to carry and spread things like foot fungus. If you are someone who, let's say, gets warmer, be it because you're in the sun or even indoors, you like to feel more airflow, you can wear clothing as baggy as you please, presuming it's not an actual tent trying to be worn. But some people like really flowy fabrics, really flowy clothing, might even want to get it in sizes larger than could fit. That way you can have airflow as you please, but skin will remain covered. Another cue to take from dancers is to have spare clothing beyond what we talked about, the original clothing to change into. A lot of dancers know on the dance floor, sweat will happen. So they might rely not just on the deodorant for their smell, but rather than causing someone to hang on to someone who's soaked, switching out their shirt throughout the night. That's an option for cuddlers as well. Maybe you know that you tend to sweat no matter what the temperature, or it's going to be a hot day, etc. That gives you options to stay fresh, dry, and be more cuddle friendly. If you happen to be someone who does not wash their hair as often as they shower, this would be the time to make sure the washing happens that day, maybe the day before, because cuddling often leads to noses being very near hair, scalp, etc. So again, best to be as fresh and minimally oily as possible. You may even want to bring a brush or comb, because during cuddling, you can get smushed and things can get askew. I mean, that's not going to make you an unviable cuddler, but you may feel more comfortable putting things back in place for the ride home. There are always more things to learn in Cuddle Party, and no two cuddle parties are ever the same. That's why, even though the welcome circle has the same information, everyone who's there makes it a different experience. And even if you had two cuddle parties with the exact same people, it's still going to be different, a different day, people in different configurations and feelings and energy. And much like we don't go to the gym once and expect to be a bodybuilder, or drink 1 cup of water and expect to be hydrated, coming back to Cuddle Party over and over helps us build our boundary muscles, helps replenish our touch hunger, skin hunger, and hopefully can lead to a more peaceful, kind, and loving world. So stay tuned for next time and more information. Thank you for listening, and peace be with you.